boy, we're back. Playing the ladder. We're Ash. It's boring. Blah, blah, blah. Cop stuff. F the cops. Funny how the world simply goes on while we sit here with this shadow looming over us.
I was hoping to talk to you about the, the case.
I suppose I'm just a downer today. As soon as I say the words, a look of concern replaces his cheery expression.
You aren't in trouble, are you?
Why is he also not British? For a second I hesitate, looking at the dirt beneath my shoes. But I manage eventually, after a long, ragged draw of breath. I pick up where I left off, though still fumbling with my words.
Well, I'm in a bit of trouble, if you can call it that.
He quickly raises a questioning brow at that.
But I'm not in danger or anything.
You kinda are.
You've said that same excuse a million times before, Detective Inspector. Those circles under your eyes and your slouch tell a different story.
I don't care! I don't know why that's so infuriating to me. I don't know why that's annoying.
It's nothing like what you're thinking. Don't worry. I was taken off the Luxborn firm case.
I expect anger, frustration, maybe even disappointment. But all it gives me is a small sigh of relief.
Is that so? Well, at least you aren't in danger. Liz wouldn't be too happy if she saw you like this right now.
Liz. Aunt Liz. She insisted I call her his late wife. A sweet-tempered woman, by so many standards. They were never blessed with kids and contented herself with simply managing their bakery. You can't. I wish I had face cam for this because, like, I just gave, I motioned my hand to be like, what the fuck? I'm just like, he's a cop. They're also American. She has a bakery. Like, oh, okay. This is just a lot of things I don't care about. But she's the closest I've had to a mom in the few years I've known her. The professor, too. He's also my mom. In the absence of my own parents in my life, the two filled the ache their separation left in me.
Believe me, you'll get an earful if you show up looking like that on her doorstep.
How many years has it been since? 9? 10? 11? 12? I still can't. I can still remember it vividly. Two men, primly dressed, briefcases in hand, and a stern look on each of their faces. They're already free. I don't know why I don't care. I don't care. I want to get on with the mystery. I don't... Ash has parent issues. Don't we all? That's so rude. I'm sorry, Ash. There were already frequent visitors to the bakery for a few months. Something about the lot being prime property in downtown Luxborn. I think they were hoping to settle a deal with them, but neither of the couple gave in to their demands. Why should they? The quaint little shop was a dream for them. Aunt Liz sent me home early that night after a fruitless wait for the professor. The next morning, news of the bakery razed to the ground had spread the whole city. One casualty. A few weeks later, the property was sold. Oh. Was sold to the right enterprise. Oh, okay. A fucking hotel now stands in its place. You know what? I like Ash for his use of swear words. That's the only reason I like him. Of course, an investigation was launched after the incident. The name Luke Wright was briefly at the center of it. With the lack of any evidence, the case ultimately went cold. The professor hides it well. However, I can tell he hates the man to this day. He might even blame Luke Wright for every tragedy that happens in the city. Sorry, I have to cough for a second. It's... My throat is getting all gunky from keeping my voice really deep. He has never blamed me, though, when I'm equally as responsible. I knew something's off the moment those... You're not... No. Was that 10 years ago you were a kid? You're not responsible. Those men stepped inside the shop. I could have saved her that night. I could prevent anything from happening to her. Call for her help, whatever. I didn't. So it continued to eat at me until this day. The guilt. The Luxborn firm case would have been our chance at reporting that old case if we could prove Luke right of his crimes. Instead, we're back to square one. Yet, all he has for me is the words of comfort. Do you think he could still be this concerned about me after my carelessness? After I've broken another promise a second time? People never cease to amaze me.
You might think that you have failed as an officer, Or maybe you think that you have failed me.
Wow, he can read minds.
And you know more than anyone. I would love to see that man taken down. If anyone deserves to be tried in high court, it's him. Goodness knows what awful things he's done. But I'm glad nothing's happened to you while you were working on this. That's what's most important. I'd hate to get news like that again.
Suddenly, sorry. Suddenly he stops. A thoughtful look flashed. God, he's also a fan of Sonic. Thank God. I'm so glad that Ash has a lot of supporting Sonic fans in his life. A thoughtful look flashes his eyes as he thumbs the wedding band on his ring finger before he continues. Another habit. He's never removed it since that day. He's never thought once to remarry, even when he managed to continue his life and return to some semblance of normalcy. In his way of honoring her, I suppose. Or it's his way of honoring her, blah. When it couldn't bring justice to the man responsible for his loss. Some people are just hard to forget.
It's not like another death. Yours or even his will bring back my wife.
Only Sonic can do that. Silence falls between us afterwards. I don't quite know what to say after that, really. Should I apologize? Show some sympathy? Going into this, I should have thought of something over than just breaking the news to him. As it is, it seems the only thing we can do is feel sorry for each other's misfortunes. In another occasion, under different circumstances, I might have accepted that, but...
And I don't know if I've told you yet, but the one in the news recently, the girl, she was the one you kept mentioning before, yes? The girl you frequently hang out with. They said she briefly worked for them, as their real estate agent for the mansion. I've just heard about it. Although, for what it's worth, I'm sorry about what happened to your friend. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but if this is that man's doing...
I'll kill him in cold fucking blood.
Professor, please.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I hear that? Can I hear that again?
Professor, please.
Oh, a semblance of emotion out of Ashton? Oh! They come out more... They come out more strained than usual, more than what I'm accustomed to when speaking to the older man. Maybe if things around me hadn't started going beyond my control, the letter, the mansion, the supposed curse behind those, blah, blah, I'd still be quick to blame it all on that bastard, too. I just wish there was a girl out there who just beat him over the head, because I'd fuck her instantly. But I don't have anyone like that in my life. But as much as I want to keep holding him responsible for it, to add another to his list of sins.
Please don't finish that.
All this time I've prided myself over being the one to always know. But ghosts and curses, these are completely out of my depth. Professor Clark's right in some way. Things would be much easier if we just blamed Luke Wright for all this. At least finding evidence would be a breeze. And I'd be happy I'd be all too happy to put him in his place. He belongs. like Zach. God damn it. I'm thinking about, Zach was put in the cell and he got his eyes clawed out. Oh my god, I hope he's okay. He's dead, but like, man. I shouldn't think about that, whatever. Although if he was in any way also complicit to what happened to her, legalities have my hands tied. But maybe that's my fault. I might have missed the ticket to closing the case once and for all last night. If only I had done a better job during the party. But then, it's not your fault, dude. Cops are just bastards. There was Hannah Wright, Rebecca distracting me from my purpose too. I'd include that gate crasher as well, even though it was only for a moment. So many things have gone wrong last night that...
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hey there.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys!
I forgot what Isabella sounded like.
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Last night, at the party.
But it's real! What do you think I saw? It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
That woman.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her.
I miss you, Zach. You're the best character. I'm sorry. You can't see me, but I'm Fortnite dancing as I say this. Shit. If that was what Isabella had been warning us about, if it was the same thing Rebecca talked about last night, how many of these instances have I dismissed since reading the letter? How many? It pisses me off. Like, I understand people are skeptics or whatever. I get it. But, like, your friend's in a coma. Zach's fucking dead. Marianne's gone. Bad stuff's happening everywhere, and your friends are like, hey, there's a ghost. I saw something. It seemed like a ghost. And the fact that he's now like, oh my god, there's a ghost? Hello? It's been so long. Oh my god, Ash, you're so stupid. I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, because, like, if I was in a situation and my friend came up to me suddenly and was like, yo, I saw a ghost, would I believe them? And the answer is, yeah, probably. I know it's because I want to believe in the supernatural, but also, like, if my friend is genuinely worried about it, then yeah, I'd definitely be like, hey, something's up here. Oh my god, I'm drinking water. It's unbelievable. Okay, excuse me. How many of these instances have I dismissed since reading the letter? How many have I ignored and passed off as some effect of fatigue or lack of sleep? Even last night, a hallucinogen lacing the food is the first thing I considered, purely because that's what my training dictates. It's a mindset I've grown used to. It's a setting that the gears in my head automatically take in this situation like that. Of course, I'm not discounting all of that yet, until I have enough information. Something to form a conclusion. Wait. Something, I read it as something to form a conclusion form, and I was like, wait. It's from proof in whatever form it may come. Wait. No, that was a typo. In whatever form. Yeah, it's supposed to be form. Whatever. This game, I'm critiquing your grammar and your spelling mistakes. But thinking straight is impossible when all of a sudden all your beliefs are being upturned in the most violent way possible at that. Jesus, I need a sounding board. I need to talk to someone in Zach's. I have something to tell you, buddy. Oof. He's dead. Oh, okay. And Zach's the best person for that.
I have to go.
Already? Wait, Ashton, where are you?
I don't have time to stop and listen to what the professor has to say as I bolt up and run like a bat out of hell. Bats don't run, they fly, Ash. Get fucked. Getting back in my car in record time, I don't waste a second to hit the road and drive to Zach's dead. Oh, if anyone else is... Are we finally gonna address the fact that Zach's fucking dead? If any one of us knows anything about what's going on, who can help sort the muddled mess of my mind? It's gotta be him. He listened to Isabella. Is he still alive at this point? Zach's the kind who prefers to laze around his apartment on a weekend, especially after having a busy week like last one. The big guy's nowhere in sight. When I arrive, though, figures people don't seem to be give me a second. When did he die? Just give me like a brief second. Excuse me. No, this is a different one. Hello, please. Alarming phone call. Something happening. Concerned Zach. Okay. Hit with a book. Cool. Okay, not this. A little further. Maybe too far. It's probably too far. Like, Oh. So that's when Marianne's gone. This is the party. Zach was at the party. Is it... Okay. Did he die? Hey, it's Johan, I miss him. However, I give up. He might be dead. Figures, people don't seem to be where they blah blah. Looking around, I find no sign of where he might have gone. He usually leaves a note on this fridge, or if he's out for the day, just in case someone drops by. Sorry, I just took a moment to be like, wait, does everyone just have free range of his apartment? As there isn't one, he probably just went off for a quick walk. I hope. He's dead. And he ran out of eggs or something, and went out to buy some. He is out of eggs after all. Why? What's the point? It puts my running mind to rest for a while. You know what? He's mistaken. That's not for his eggs. Those are for his oranges. He always has to have some. Be it for an omelet or something he's baking. All I can do is sigh as I close it behind me. I'm still worried for my friend, of course. He's dead. He tucked his phone in gently. The messy bed suggests he was out in a hurry. He didn't even bother to fold his sheets. His cell phone's been left behind as well. Another odd thing when he has made it a habit to never leave it behind in case a client calls.
At least the locked door points to the fact that it wasn't a forced exit.
I could take comfort in that, but not so much. Anything might happen, and completely letting my guard down is out of the question. In hindsight, I shouldn't have left Rebecca alone either. I'll have to check on her later. In the meantime, Zach. Yes, Zach. But with no other clue where he is, and no other way to contact him, I have no choice but to wait. Sure, I could give the room another thorough run-through, but I don't think Zach would appreciate my upending this place. Besides... Ew. But me too, I haven't eaten anything yet. I haven't eaten anything yet. Might as well take this chance to cool down a bit, right? Anything to distract myself, so that I don't just charge headfirst because of whatever paranoid scheme that comes to mind. Returning to the kitchen, the first thing I see is a bag of chips when I rifle through his cupboards. After muttering permission and an apology its owner won't hear, I grab it, set myself on his old couch, and turn on the television. The screen lights up, right as some awful noontime drama starts airing on Channel 9. Excuse me, what's the point of this? What are we doing? Nothing like sitting in front of the TV with a mindless drone. I'm gonna give up on doing the voice for now because it's hurting my voice, and also, I don't need it. We're not doing anything. With a mindless drone running in the background to waste away the time. And waste away I do. He's a corpse the next time you see him. The afternoon has hit its last few hours when movement comes from the other side of the door, and Zach's heavy treads break the monotonous drivel from the TV. The lock clicks, and the knob turns, and slowly it swings open to reveal... Oh, Zach, you're still alive. Oh, I missed you so much. A very exhausted-looking Zach. What, did he run a marathon?
Sup, Z-Man?
Light as my tone may be, his arrival eases the restless edge in me. Who knows what I would have done if something bad had happened to one of my other friends. Oh, honey, you got a big storm coming. If another minute had gone by without him showing up, I might have resorted to unconventional methods.
Ash, how many times do I have to tell you not to call me Z-Man? And stop breaking into my apartment! Call the cops on you, but doing that feels like a joke in itself because you are one.
I didn't. You gave me a key the last time I did that, remember?
After the last one you broke, I can't keep replacing the knob just because you think it'd be amusing to lockpick the hell out of it. And hey, is that my...
It's scary how the friendly banter and easy smile comes naturally.
You ate all of it! I was saving that one for the weekend!
I'll replace it.
I do it, even without thinking, and that speaks volumes about how comfortable I am around him. That's nice, isn't it? What makes me afraid of it, however, is the idea that a time might have come where I might just do these things without even meaning to and offend him in some way. The friendships we have might be closer than most I've shared with others, but there are boundaries you can't cross without the other's permission. Zach's been respectful of that so far, neither asking me about my parents or what happened to them. Me? I bet he'd say, not so much. It's always this easy banter that makes me wish we could just stay like this. No worries, no problems, just potato chips and the debate on whether or not I deserve them. But as always, I have business. As soon as I see the chance, I take it and ask him about the odd things that have been happening lately, including that letter.
You saw me last night at the housewarming party, Ash. Pretty sure I'm doing fine.
I'm not asking about that. Remember the letter thing Isabella's been yapping on about? I'm asking about that kind of odd.
Well, the dreams, they're a lot worse than usual. There's a woman now, ever since we saw that letter. I don't know if it's the same one Isabella talked about. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. I really don't want to go back to sleep sometimes. Last night was the worst. Anyway, why are you asking about this?
As expected, as we go through all this, Zach starts to look at me like I've grown a second head. Yeah, I would too. There was a universe where I was standing in front of myself. Because even as a child, I never believed in ghost stories. The Lucky Charms and mystical objects from my mother have been stored away or given as paltry. I don't know what that is. It's not poultry, it's not chicken, it's paltry. To those who might appreciate them more. Granted, I haven't eliminated every single possibility here. Yet, what else is there to do? What else is there to go off on, from? I try to stamp down the annoyance that comes from the thoughts alone. The word look Zach shoots my way doesn't help one bit, and helping me gather my thoughts either, when that's what I came here for. Somehow everyone's just suddenly worried about me. It's not like I'm pulling this out of my ass. If even Rebecca claims there's something shady going on, I'm inclined to believe there must be a scrap of truth to it. And when I look at those along with Isabella's warnings, what happened to her? There wasn't a question mark. What happened to her? What's occurring around Zach? What is taking place around Luxborn since Isabella found the letter?
Have you seen the news this morning?
His puzzled expression is enough answer. Of course he hasn't. Another night, another nightmare. The guy most likely went out as soon as he got out of bed to shake the images off. The memories have never really left him. So, I show him, cycling through the channels until I find one doing a recap of this morning's reports. And here it is. The poor guy is undefiable with how badly his body has been burnt. Murder via arson? That'd the logical explanation if I was the officer looking into it. Was there that'd be okay, whatever game. Except they couldn't find the source of the fire. The fire didn't even spread.
Found dead in the early hours of the morning today. The fire was contained within the room and no other tenants were harmed, according to Luxborn police.
They're going to continue spontaneous human combustion soon enough, if they don't find anything else. But what's important for everyone to note is the state of the room.
A similar writing was found in another victim's room from last week's incident. Both were employees of Briar Realty Corporation. LBN has reached out to the...
Like what happened to Cooper. Hell, I wonder how many other deaths like this I've missed while I've been looking into Wright. The LPD's already thinking it's a serial killer at this point. How long until they consult with London Metropolitan? I'm not sure. The Insolent Butcher has always been an enigma, even to the people within the city. Gone for a few years, and then in the next, one body after another is found. Merely handling the case has apparently driven the chief inspector insane years ago. He never did find out who committed those murders. Maybe now, this time. We'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening next time. Or this time. But next time. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. And goodbye.